sevenstarbricks. Oh yeah, we've reached the ultimate step. Bag 10. We're gonna finish this thing up. And finish this video series up. And then we're gonna compare this one with that one. And find out what's a better model. What's a better deal for your money. Or maybe just buy all of them like I did because you're insane.
Use the force, Luke.
The force is strong in this world.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, concludes the Mould King AT-AT set 21015, 6,919 pieces. That was bag 10, and we're all done. So for bag 10, we just did the head. That was it. That's all that's in bag 10. It's just the head. It's quite a bit. It's a lot of little pieces. So we'll take a close look at the head, and then we'll do like an overview of the rest of it, and I'll give you like a mini review here, and then in a separate video we're going to compare this to the Lego UCS set. So sorry, I have different lighting levels. It's actually lit up really well, but the LEDs are so bright in the back. So we've got the head going on here. We've got the main cannons. These are not in very well, and they are kind of loose and wiggly. Whoop. And there we go. That's on the floor. Okay, yeah. So demonstration. There you go. Those aren't in there very well. That might need some craggle. We do have the red windshield, so that's cool. This stuff is sort of just kind of like the Lego version. It's just sort of on here, and it doesn't line up super great. We've got these cannons on the side. These do not rotate like the Lego version. They're just stuck in place. These also do not move like the Lego version. They're just stuck in place. Got some greebling on the bottom, and this hides, you know, where the cannons are underneath there. This top is on a hinge, but then you just have to pull it off of the back pieces here. Those don't actually hinge, so I'm not sure why they're even on hinge pieces, but anyway. You can see we've got the interior. It's actually a little more spacious in here. So I put a focus. So I put an Imperial AT-AT pilot in here, and we've got the General in here. And we've got the same kind of door that they use on the other sets. These sides do come off. They're just held on by one brick here. This brick goes right here. And this is a hinge, so you can kind of push it in a little bit there onto the side. So that's cool. The neck does not move at all. It's just held in place. The head doesn't move at all. It's just held in place. I've heard the original mock of this, when it was created, the head actually does move and rotate. So I'll have to look that up and check that out. But the one from Mould King does not. There is no movement in the head at all. So then moving back on the body here, you can see we've got these front plates on. There is gaps on the top here, significant gaps. These do fold out so that you can see inside there the disappointing not 40 seats. These on the top don't really... They're on hinges, but it's only to make them lay down. You can't really open them on those hinges. So that's about as much as you can make it move. If it focuses, there we go. So that's it on that. You can see we've got the crane coming out of the side here. I'm going to go to the other side where it's a little more well lit. Okay, just like the Lego version of this set, really the only way to move this is to put a hand under the middle and sort of lift it along. We have to be really, really careful with this one. It just, the legs, if you catch the legs on anything, they like to pop off, and it will not balance on three legs. It will fall over and probably smash everywhere. So you have to be careful with that. So we've got the sides here. Again, this front part opens, this back part opens. It's on a hinge here. The other side has the motor, so I'll try to turn this and show you that in a minute. And then this middle one has a door that you can push up or slide down.
We've got the ladder built into the side there. This is on a hinge so that you can do like that so it looks better. More betterer. The legs look pretty cool right down to there. And then you're like, why is he wearing little booties? And where is the connecting part on the inside of the leg? It's not on these. Feet look good. They look good. There's no tires in these, so they tend to slide. The original mock, I heard there was tires. I don't know why Mould King did not put tires in here, but you can see, yeah, it slides, and it moves the entire model. These actually move in here to keep the legs somewhat balanced, although that would work better if there were tires in here to keep it from sliding. I mean, the detail on it is pretty good, right? Like the smooth effect that they do on the mocks is pretty cool. I don't like the neck very much. And then you got this weird gap here, which is kind of goofy looking. These come off on the side. See if I can do it without destructing anything. We've got some snow troopers in there. They're only held on by these 4 pins, so that's not ideal. And they're super hard to push back in place without knocking other things off, which is kind of annoying. Let's turn this sucker again towards, oh, there goes the other cannon. Yeah, those cannons just need to be craggled on. They just fall. All right, so we've got to turn to the other side. You can see we've got our little crane doohickey here. The problem with the crane is it's largely non-functional. So we do have a motor. I did sacrifice a ton of batteries for this motor, but the motor is way too strong. So any way that you turn it, like, it just ends up eating. And you can see the spindles right in here. It just ends up eating all of the line. Either way you turn it, it spins way too fast, and then it just puts a lot of pressure on this thing, and it jams up. I mean, if I've taken the time to pull this all the way out, down to almost the table, and as soon as you turn the motor on, it whips up and it just jams everything up. This is supposed to move in and out with the force of that string being pulled in, but because it pulls so fast and so hard, it doesn't move in and out. It just gets bent and it just sticks. So that's kind of non-functional. I mean, I guess it looks okay, but it doesn't work in any way, shape, or form. The motor is just way too strong. And then we've got all the greebling on the sides. And then this is the butt end greebling. And then see if we can show you the underside a little bit. The underside's actually not bad looking. It's got some cool structures on there. So my final thoughts on the Mould King AT-AT. I was very excited when I started. Well, I was very excited when I ordered this, and then I was really excited about it when I started building it. The body was pretty cool to start with. I got less enthusiastic about the build when I started putting the legs together and realized that they were held on by 2 pins each, which is pretty fragile. And this thing weighs a substantial amount. It's pretty heavy. So that sort of tamed my enthusiasm. And then the more I built on it, the more I was like, it's all right. So for I don't know what it is now. I paid $206. I had a coupon for a percentage off. I bought it from Brick KK, and right now it looks like it's averaging around $250 to $280. Yeah, knowing what I know now, I would not buy this for that amount of money. $200 was okay. It was a pretty good deal. I'm gonna have to spend some time and some of my extra bricks to fix this thing. It's just the legs are, I don't think long term, this is just not going to stand up under its own weight. I think a year or so from now, the whole thing is just going to collapse. You can kind of see how this is tilted. Right now, it's tilted forward when you turn it a certain way, and it's because the legs do this. See that? See how much play there is because that's only 2 pins? So it tilts front to back, side to side. It's not super balanced. And I think, honestly, give it a year or so and it'll collapse under its own weight the way it is. I don't think the longevity is there for this model. I think you put this on a shelf and I think it'll eventually collapse. So yeah, I wouldn't buy this knowing what I know now for any more than I paid for it. It looks pretty cool, although again, I don't really like the bottom of the legs. I don't like the fact that the head doesn't move. And I don't like the fact that it's minifigure scale, but the inside isn't. I think if you're going to do minifigure scale and you don't want to do a full size inside, then just don't do the inside. Just make it a display model. That's just my opinion on it. But I don't like the fact that it's minifigure size, but not really. I do like the inside of the head. I feel like that kind of accurately represents kind of what it looked like in the movie. There was a little bit of space behind him because people came in, they were able to come in behind him through the door. So I do think that's kind of cool. And like I said, I do like the flat outside. That's a lot of difference usually between mocks, because mocks are like, how can we make this look the most aesthetically pleasing? Whereas Lego's like, we want a bunch of Lego studs on the outside so that people know it's Lego. So that's kind of cool how this is all smooth and stuff. But yeah, I would definitely not spend $280 on this thing. It needs work. It really needs work to make it better and make it a little more stable. And just the gaps and stuff on this, like those are some big gaps between the top and the sides. I mean, they did a good job here, but here is really, that's quite gappy. I don't know, it's a little distracting when you're looking at it. But that's what I think. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. But that's it. That is the Mould King AT-AT. It's all finished. It's going to need to be fixed up a little bit. And pretty soon we're going to do a review comparing the UCS AT-AT and the Mould King AT-AT. We're going to look up some photos and stuff from the movies and see which one's more accurate, see which one's cooler. It was fun to build. It wasn't as fun to build. But there you go. And stay tuned. I think we're going to be having not a contest really, but we're going to be having a giveaway. So stay tuned after this and we'll do that. Once again, my name is Jay. This is 7starbricks. Thank you for joining me. Go ahead and give us a like and subscribe if you don't mind. Leave a comment below and we'll see you here next time. I totally did miss one of the last steps, and this is supposed to be flat. I had that uncovered. I don't know why. I missed that. As far as extra parts, this is all the stuff that we have left over. So only a couple of those flat plates. We have a bunch of these, a bunch of the 1x2s, some black pins, and all this stuff is extra left over. Not too bad. We'll add those to the spare parts bin. Alright guys, so this is a big video. This one's expensive. So we need some views. We need some likes, and we need some subscribes. And we need some comments to drive this video up so we get some views to make all this time and money worth it. So in order to facilitate that, we're going to be having our first giveaway. So subscribe, like this video, leave a comment below. We're going to pick one person out of the comments randomly, Somehow there's got to be a random program that does this. And we're going to give away a Snow Trooper battle pack. Not this one. This is an empty box. I built this one already, but we're gonna have a new one sealed that we're gonna give away. So go ahead, like, subscribe, leave a comment, and so I will put the date here somewhere that the giveaway ends, and then we will contact the winner, and you will get a new one of these. Not this one. That's empty, but a new one. Okay? Thanks.